Have you ever stopped to truly consider what you're pouring into your coffee, your cereal, or even your daily smoothie for years? Many of us have relied on milk, believing it's a simple, universally healthy choice. It's what we grew up with, what our parents told us was good for our bones. But what if some of the milks we instinctively reach for are actually silently contributing to some of the very health issues we experience as we get a little older? It's a surprising truth, one that can lead to frustrating digestive discomfort, persistent aches, or even just a general lack of energy that we often dismiss as just getting older. This quiet reality, often overlooked, can leave us feeling less vibrant than we deserve. Today, we're going to uncover 3 common types of milk that might be working against your well-being, especially if you're over 60. And don't worry, it's not all about what to avoid. We'll also reveal 3 truly nourishing alternatives that can genuinely support your health, boost your energy, and help you feel fantastic. So please, stay with me until the very end, because I'll be sharing something truly important that might genuinely surprise you about what you thought you knew about milk and your health. Let's dive right into our first surprising truth. A truth about a milk that's been a staple in countless homes for generations: full-fat dairy milk. Now, for many of us, this was the milk of our childhood, touted for its calcium and nutrients. And yes, for growing children. It certainly played a vital role. But as we age, our bodies change, and what was once perfectly suitable can sometimes become a source of discomfort and even contribute to long-term health concerns. One of the primary issues with full-fat dairy milk for those of us over 60 is its saturated fat content. Our bodies, as we mature, often become less efficient at processing these types of fats. Consuming high amounts of saturated fat regularly can contribute to elevated cholesterol levels, which in turn increases the risk of heart disease, a leading health concern for seniors. It's not just about the numbers on a blood test. It's about the silent strain it can put on your cardiovascular system over time, potentially leading to feeling more sluggish, less energetic, and even experiencing shortness of breath with activities that once felt easy. Imagine feeling that vibrant energy of your earlier years begin to wane, and never quite connecting it to that daily glass of full-fat milk or the generous splash in your coffee. Beyond the fat content, another significant factor that often emerges with age is lactose intolerance. You might have been able to drink milk your whole life without a second thought, but suddenly, after 60, you start noticing uncomfortable bloating, gas, stomach cramps, or even a feeling of general malaise after consuming dairy. This isn't just in your head, it's a very real physiological change. As we get older, our bodies naturally produce less of an enzyme called lactase, which is responsible for breaking down lactose, the sugar found in milk. When lactose isn't properly digested, it ferments in the gut, leading to all those unpleasant symptoms. It's like having a little party of discomfort happening right inside your digestive system. Many people simply endure these symptoms, thinking it's just part of getting older, when, in reality, it could be as simple as changing their milk choice. I've heard countless stories, like that of dear Evelyn, who was plagued by constant indigestion and abdominal discomfort for years, visiting doctors and trying various medications, only to discover, almost by accident, that cutting out full-fat dairy milk completely alleviated her symptoms. It was a revelation for her, bringing a new sense of freedom and comfort she hadn't experienced in years. Furthermore, for some individuals, certain proteins found in dairy milk, particularly casein and whey, can trigger inflammatory responses in the body. Chronic inflammation is a silent enemy, contributing to a myriad of age-related issues, including joint pain, stiffness, gut problems like leaky gut syndrome, and even impacting cognitive function. While not everyone experiences this, if you find yourself struggling with persistent aches, unexplained fatigue, or just generally feeling inflamed, your daily full-fat milk could be a subtle culprit. The good news is, you don't have to give up milk entirely if you're keen to stick with dairy. Exploring lactose-free versions can be a great first step, as they often have the lactase enzyme added to help with digestion. But for many, simply reducing their reliance on full-fat dairy milk, or even switching entirely to plant-based options, can bring about a noticeable improvement in how they feel. It's about listening to your body and making conscious choices that align with your health goals. And speaking of things that might not be as good for us as we think, let's talk about our next surprising culprit: sweetened plant-based milks. In recent years, plant-based alternatives like almond, oat, and soy milk have exploded in popularity, often marketed as the healthier, more modern choice, and in many ways, they can be fantastic. However, there's a sneaky trap that many people fall into, believing that all plant milks are inherently healthy without truly examining what's inside the carton. The issue lies in the word sweetened. It's incredibly common for plant-based milks to have a significant amount of added sugars, sometimes equivalent to or even exceeding the sugar content of a cookie or a small soda in just one glass. These added sugars often go by various names on the ingredient list: cane sugar, brown rice syrup, evaporated cane juice, agave nectar, making it harder to spot if you're not carefully scrutinizing the label. A quick glance at a nutrition label can be quite startling when you realize just how much sugar is packed into what you thought was a healthy beverage. Think about it. You pour a generous amount into your morning coffee or over your cereal. Perhaps add it to a smoothie. And before you know it, you've consumed several spoonfuls of hidden sugar before your day has even truly begun. This constant influx of added sugars can have several detrimental effects, particularly for those of us navigating the later stages of life. Firstly, it contributes to unnecessary calorie intake without providing much in the way of beneficial nutrients, making weight management more challenging. Secondly, and perhaps more critically, it can lead to frequent spikes in blood sugar levels. For individuals managing diabetes or prediabetes, this is a serious concern, making it much harder to keep blood glucose stable. But even for those without these conditions, chronic blood sugar fluctuations can contribute to increased inflammation, fatigue, and even impact cognitive function over time. It's like riding a blood sugar roller coaster all day long, which can leave you feeling drained and less mentally sharp. Many people switch to plant-based milks, hoping to avoid the pitfalls of dairy, only to unwittingly replace one set of concerns with another. They might be getting fewer saturated fats or avoiding lactose, but they're piling on the added sugars, which can have just as many, if not more, negative consequences for their metabolic health. For example, my friend Carol recently switched to an almond milk she thought was healthy, only to find her blood sugar numbers consistently creeping up. We looked at the label together, and to her astonishment, her healthy almond milk contained more sugar per serving than a chocolate bar. The key takeaway here is to become a label detective. Always, and I mean always, look for unsweetened varieties of plant-based milks. This single word can make a monumental difference to the nutritional profile of your beverage. Furthermore, ensure that the unsweetened option is also fortified with essential nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, as these are crucial for bone health and overall vitality as we age. Otherwise, you might just be drinking flavored water with very little nutritional benefit. It's an easy mistake to make, but an even easier one to correct once you know what to look for. Now, let's uncover a third type of milk that many might overlook but can be quite problematic, especially when used regularly: evaporated and condensed milk. These aren't typically consumed as a daily beverage in the same way you drink regular milk, but they often find their way into our diets through cooking, baking, coffee, or traditional recipes. And while they can certainly add a rich, creamy texture and sweetness, their concentrated nature makes them far from an ideal choice for regular consumption, particularly as we get older. First off, both evaporated and condensed milk are highly processed forms of dairy. Evaporated milk is simply cow's milk, from which about 60% of the water has been removed through a heating process. While it sounds simple, this concentration means that all the naturally occurring sugars and fats are also highly concentrated. Condensed milk takes this a step further. It's evaporated milk with a massive amount of added sugar, sometimes as much as half the can by weight. This makes condensed milk essentially a dessert ingredient, not a beverage you'd want to be adding to your daily coffee or tea. The sheer sugar content in condensed milk is staggering, and even evaporated milk, which might be labeled unsweetened, still has a very high concentration of natural milk sugars due to the water removal. Regularly consuming these highly concentrated sugars, even in smaller amounts, contributes to all the issues we discussed earlier: blood sugar spikes, increased calorie intake, and a greater risk of contributing to chronic inflammation. It's like a hidden sugar bomb disguised in a can. Beyond the sugar, these milks often contain stabilizers and emulsifiers to maintain their texture and prevent separation, which, while generally considered safe in small quantities, aren't ideal for daily intake, especially if you have a sensitive digestive system. Your gut health, which is so crucial as we age for everything from immunity to mood, can be subtly impacted by a continuous intake of highly processed ingredients. Think about how many traditional recipes for desserts, custards, or even some savory dishes call for these milks. If you're enjoying these dishes frequently, you could be adding a significant amount of concentrated sugars and processed ingredients to your diet without even realizing it. The key here isn't to demonize these ingredients entirely, but to recognize them for what they are: highly concentrated, calorie-dense products best reserved for occasional treats or specific recipes, rather than a regular part of your daily intake. My grandmother used to swear by a splash of evaporated milk in her tea for richness, and while it felt comforting, realizing the concentrated sugar and fat she was adding with each cup helped her switch to a healthier alternative, and she noticed she felt lighter and less sluggish throughout her why. It's about making an informed swap that benefits your vitality. It's easy to feel a bit overwhelmed with what to avoid, isn't it? But don't worry, because now we shift gears to the good news: the nourishing choices that can truly support your health journey and help you thrive in your golden years. Let's talk about milks that are not just safe, but genuinely beneficial for you. Our first healthy milk option, and one that has truly become a household name, is unsweetened almond milk. When chosen correctly, it's an excellent addition to almost anyone's diet, especially for those over 60. The biggest advantage of unsweetened almond milk is its incredibly low calorie count. If you're mindful of your weight or just looking for a light, refreshing option that won't add unnecessary calories, this is a fantastic choice. You can enjoy a generous serving in your coffee, blend it into a smoothie, or pour it over your cereal without worrying about the caloric impact that some other milks might have. It's truly a guilt-free way to add creaminess and flavor. Beyond just being low in calories, unsweetened almond milk often comes fortified with essential nutrients, making it a powerful ally for your bone health. Look for brands that clearly state they are fortified with calcium and vitamin D. As we age, maintaining strong bones becomes absolutely critical to prevent fractures and support overall mobility and independence. A daily dose of calcium and vitamin D through your milk can make a real difference in this regard. Furthermore, almond milk naturally contains vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that helps protect your cells from damage, which is vital for skin health and overall cellular integrity. It's important to remember that almonds themselves are nutrient-dense, and while the milk contains much less of the original nut's nutrients, the fortification process truly transforms it into a beneficial beverage. It's generally very well tolerated by most people, even those with sensitive digestive systems, as it's naturally lactose-free and doesn't contain the common dairy proteins that can cause issues for some. It's a simple swap that can have a profound impact on your daily nutrient intake and overall comfort. Just make sure that carton clearly says unsweetened to avoid any hidden sugar surprises. Now, while almond milk is fantastic, there's another contender that's really gained popularity and offers some unique benefits, especially for our digestion: oat milk. What makes unsweetened oat milk stand out is its naturally creamy texture, which can be a real delight for those who miss the richness of dairy milk or find other plant milks too thin. This creaminess comes from the oats themselves, making it a wonderful base for lattes, creamy soups, or just enjoyed on its own. But beyond its satisfying mouthfeel, oat milk packs a powerful punch when it comes to gut health, thanks to its soluble fiber content, particularly beta-glucans. Beta-glucans are a type of soluble fiber that dissolves in water and forms a gel-like substance in your digestive system. This gel has incredible benefits. It can help slow down digestion, leading to a more gradual release of sugars into your bloodstream, which is excellent for stable blood sugar levels. More importantly, for seniors. Beta-glucans act as a prebiotic, meaning they feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut. A healthy gut microbiome is fundamental to overall health, impacting everything from digestion and nutrient absorption to immunity and even mood. Many people struggle with digestive regularity as they age, and incorporating foods rich in soluble fiber like oat milk can be a gentle, effective way to support healthy bowel function and alleviate issues like constipation. I've heard from many individuals, like a gentleman named Arthur, who had battled with sluggish digestion for years, that simply switching his morning cereal milk to unsweetened oat milk made a noticeable difference in his comfort and regularity. Just like almond milk, many unsweetened oat milk varieties are fortified with calcium and vitamin D, making them another excellent choice for supporting bone density. And because oats are naturally free from common allergens like nuts and soy, oat milk is often a great option for those with multiple food sensitivities. However, if you are strictly gluten-free, remember to choose oat milk that is certified gluten-free, as oats can sometimes be cross-contaminated during processing. Otherwise, it's a wonderfully versatile and gut-friendly milk that can make a big difference in how you feel day to day. It's an easy way to add some beneficial fiber and a delicious creaminess to your diet without the downsides of some other milk options. And for our third healthy milk option, we're going to talk about one that's a true powerhouse, particularly for those looking for a plant-based, complete protein source fortified unsweetened soy milk. Soy milk has been around for a long time, and while it's sometimes been misunderstood, when chosen correctly, it offers a remarkable nutritional profile that can be incredibly beneficial for seniors. The most significant advantage of soy milk, especially for those over 60, is its complete protein content. Unlike most other plant-based proteins, soy provides all 9 essential amino acids that your body needs but cannot produce on its own. As we age, maintaining muscle mass and strength becomes increasingly important to support mobility, balance, and overall independence. Incorporating a complete protein source like fortified, unsweetened soy milk into your diet can help prevent sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, and support muscle repair and growth, which is vital whether you're exercising regularly or just navigating daily activities. Think about how much easier it would be to get up from a chair, climb stairs, or carry groceries if your muscles felt stronger and more resilient. Soy milk can truly be a foundational component of that strength, beyond protein. Quality soy milk is also often heavily fortified with calcium and vitamin D, making it an excellent ally for bone health, mirroring the benefits we discussed with almond and oat milk. These added nutrients are critical for preventing osteoporosis and maintaining bone density, which is paramount for preventing fractures and staying active. Soy also contains naturally occurring plant compounds called isoflavones, which have been studied for their potential health benefits, including supporting heart health and possibly contributing to bone density. While there have been some myths surrounding soy over the years, extensive research generally supports its safety and benefits, particularly for healthy adults, when consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet. Look for unsweetened varieties and, if you have concerns about genetically modified organisms, seek out brands that are certified non-GMO. So, we've journeyed through what to be wary of and what to embrace when it comes to the milks in your life. We've talked about how full-fat dairy milk can bring hidden saturated fats, lactose intolerance, and even inflammation to your daily routine. We explored the sneaky sugars lurking in many seemingly healthy sweetened plant-based milks, and how concentrated, highly processed options like evaporated and condensed milks are best left for very occasional treats. But, more importantly, we've discovered the truly nourishing alternatives: the light and antioxidant-rich unsweetened almond milk, the gut-friendly, fiber-packed unsweetened oat milk, and the complete protein powerhouse that is fortified unsweetened soy milk. Remember, every single choice you make about what you put into your body is a powerful step towards a healthier, more vibrant you. These aren't drastic changes, but rather gentle adjustments that can lead to profound differences in how you feel every single day. Imagine waking up without that familiar gut discomfort, feeling more energetic throughout the afternoon, and knowing you're actively supporting your bones and muscles with every sip. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge, becoming that label detective, and choosing wisely for your unique needs. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Even small shifts can accumulate into significant health improvements over time. It's about building a better relationship with your body and providing it with the fuel it truly deserves to thrive. I really hope this has opened your eyes to making more informed choices about the milks you consume. What type of milk do you currently drink? Or what's one milk you're excited to try after watching this? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Sharing your insights helps us all learn and grow together. If you found this video helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. That really helps us reach more wonderful people who could benefit from this vital information. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on more practical tips and insights designed to help you live your best, healthiest life at every age. Remember, you have the power to feel fantastic, to have more energy, and to truly enjoy every precious moment. Keep nourishing yourself, keep exploring new possibilities for your health, and keep living your best life, vibrant and full of joy. No matter your age, until next time, take wonderful care of yourself.